So I'll request our dignitaries to please join us for the lamp lighting and do the honors. Let's have our dignitaries. I'll also request Dr. Ananta Raghuvanshi to please join us for the lamp lighting. Let's begin this together, everybody. As Indian culture signifies that we begin any auspicious day with the lamp lighting and of course remembering God Ganesha.
Of India. At present, she serves Sister Cities International for bridging the gap between nations to empower human resource for employment and harmony. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as I call Ms. Hansa Patel for our first address of the day. Over to you, ma'am.
This is better. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure and honor to have you all among this gathering of 6th Asian Cities Summit under All India Institute Local Self-Government, which has adopted the Women Leadership Workshop since past 3 events. Our special thanks to President Ranjit Chavan. Ranjit Chavan, sir, for his extending his full support and guideline to continue this event in partnership with UCLG ASMAC. At the same time, we are under Asian Cities Summit and Mayors Forum. On this wonderful occasion, I must say, I welcome you on behalf of everybody. As today, we have been moving around the world thinking about great partnership. I can say when you say one earth, it means partnership. It means safety. It means togetherness. Our Mr. Pathak was about to come. And we have many women who are going to speak about empowering women. So today I would like to say something, that it is a pride to say that our position on today is already empowered. And I need a clap for that. Each of you has a position just like Maharajas and Commissioners, IAS, and here we are, empowered women. Let me say, we are looking forward that now is the time we have to guide and encourage our second generation, our next generation, and their future growth. So let us find something which would be helpful to them for empowering themselves. When we speak about status of femina and feminine gender, let us think about recalling a date which was known as 8th March 1930, when women were remembered and internationally felicitated and admired by their work and their achievements at United Nations, and that is our day which we celebrate every time as Women's Day. These many years have given us a lot of support, but here we are looking forward to come out of discrimination. It was a conference in Cambodia under UNESCO talking about discrimination. Years have passed and we have tried our best to find a way out from color, ethnicity, religion, rich and poor, casteism. We have to come out. So the discrimination has to be moved away and we look forward to a unity. Next for empowering women comes entrepreneurship. I'm sure you will agree with me that Asian culture is such that it starts from childhood, giving art and craft and lot many things to little girls and women. And that comes out to give them income, their culture, their art, their craft is being sold, and that is now called as skill development. And we are trying our best to improve that position, right? The other support, which is from the parents. Parents have always supported their girl child. And if I can give you an example of the royal family, Queen Victoria, to Jhansi Ki Rani, a daughter and a wife, they have shown their power and they have shown their better position to take care of the world. I must say that young girls are now being taken by their parents as CEO in their own company. That's a best partnership between a girl child and the family. Let me say, everybody would like me to give you one small little story. We wanted to award children, I mean young girls, for the entrepreneurship. And after finding so many people and after giving awards to so many girls, I stood with one girl who came forward and said, I am American citizen, but I would like to be with my father and I want to prove that I am more better than a son. That was shouldering father in his business, and that brought a very good example of bringing international companies into our Indian world. I must not go further, but let me say education is more important and local authority has taken very important role. आज यहाँ इतने सारे मेयर्स हैं, मैं कहना चाहूँगी कि आप लोगों ने गर्ल चाइल्ड के लिए जो कुछ भी किया है at local level, that has helped the families to understand that child is to be taken care as a girl child. Most important thing now is employment. When it comes to employment, we are looking forward, there should not be any discrimination. By adopting a philosophy or an attitude to take care of equal rights to women. I am looking forward to request Ministry of Mahila and Child Development, not only in India, at United Nations too, that there has to be something for Awas Yojana. And when you say Awas Yojana, it should also be Mahila Awas Yojana. Women's shelter home or women's home where she can be there when she is transferred from place to place. She has to move from country to country or maybe from city to city. We have good many things which I must say YMWCA, Christian Association, had taken care of that. And here we are, we take pride in India that we have working women's hostels all over the country. The only thing which is left is safety. Last and important point is social civil security. Since ages, we have tried our best to safeguard our women by keeping them behind the curtains. Chupa chupa ke rakhe hain. But now is the time to understand that it was a crime. It was a crime to hold them back from their growing personality. Now time has arisen to encourage them, considering their growing knowledge and new technologies which are going to help their knowledge. At the same time, they will understand how to take care of themselves. Since 24th October 2014, India has brought in Civil Defense Department, which is encouraging cities to develop their police headquarters with women's wing to safeguard young girls, women, senior women, and awareness in the schools and colleges in the area where feminine gender is there. At the same time, they have to take care of themselves. Let us have something which is now newly constituted, and our team has to go forward. My best wishes to the speakers who are going to speak, to their contribution. My thanks to encourage women, audience, and encourage all of us. This would certainly bring awareness among the youth association too. Let me say, we can further arrange exchange programs for girls and women in education. Let us join hands to create one world, one family, one future, our own achievement to reach the goal of G20. Let me once again say, Vasudev Kutumbakam, one earth, one unit. Thank you. Thank you, dear. If I'm not wrong.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspiring words. Well, to proceed further in the day, ladies and gentlemen, for the welcome address, I would like to call our Deputy Director General, ARILSG, Mr. Ravi Ranjan Guru, to please come forward at the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together. Over to you, sir.
So, good morning, everyone. My name is Ravi Ranjan Guru, and I'm Deputy Director General in this organization, All India Institute of Local Self-Government. First of all, Honorable Vijay Rahatkar Madam, she is a former Mayor of Aurangabad Municipal Corporation, and she is a former Chairperson of Maharashtra Women Commission. Dr. Banadia, Secretary General UCLG Aspect. Mr. Ashok Kumar Banju, Mayor of Dhulikhel, President of UCLG Aspect, Rajkishore Modi Sir, Vice President of AILSG, Hansa Madam, Executive Advisor AILSG, all dignitaries, Mayor and Commissioner. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you for this third Women Leadership Programs, which is in line with our Asian Cities Summit. Just to give you a background of the entire event, so the journey actually started in the year 2013 when, as an organization, All India Institute of Local Self-Government, and thanks to Banadia and the UCLG team, we thought that why don't we have the certain kind of platforms where at least we meet together in India, in some part of India, and discuss, debate, and see how best practices are available across the South Asia. Actually, the journey started with the South Asia, so I'll come out with this as well. So it started with that concept, and then every 2 years we started organizing this South Asian Cities Summit since 2013. This platforms gives you a very good background in terms of sharing the knowledge, sharing the experience, seeing that what the other cities across the Pacific is doing and what the best things that we can learn from each other. In 2015 around, we thought that we have so many gathering of Asian Cities Summit, so why don't we have one day earlier? So why don't we bring all the women leaders across the Asia Pacific? I think that's the whole idea started, and thanks to Banadia, and our president, our vice president, and the ALSG, Hansa Madam, and all, they actually like the idea, and we started this women leadership programs. And then we thought that whenever we organize this Asian Cities Summit, prior to that, we'll bring all the leaders, women leaders, whether you are a political leader, whether you are a business leader, or whether you are housewife as a leader, I'll say that we should come together and see that how things can be learned from each other. So with this, I think this is our third women leadership programs after the Goa event we organized last time. It was in Goa 2020 when actually we met South Asian leaders at that program. But this year we in Goa we received the delegates across the Asia Pacific. So we thought that, and then people were saying that why you are saying South Asia, we are from the Asia Pacific. So with that idea, we changed it, but now I think we have to change it because now I see the delegation from the South Africa also, so we need to maybe think of next time world mayor, I guess. But yeah, so we keep evolving, keep moving, keep upgrading ourselves, whatever way we can. Begin with, sorry to inform you that our president, Mr. Ranjit Chauhanji, who is supposed to give the welcome address, unfortunately is not well today. He's trying to join us at any moment. But yes, I'm supposed to read his welcome address and his speech. So I'm just on behalf of President, All India Institute of Local Self-Government, and he has conveyed his regards to all of you and welcome all of you in this event, and today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. So I want to read his speech and welcome all of you once again in this event. So it is an honor to stand before you today and welcome this August gathering at the third Women Leadership Workshop 2023, organized by All India Institute of Local Self-Government and co-hosted by the UCLG aspect. Like I say that since beginning we have been actually organizing this program with UCLG aspect, and we really thank them and all the partners who always support this. We gather here today with the shared purpose to celebrate the tremendous strides that women have made in politics, leadership, entrepreneurship, in all walks of life, and continue to push for greater equality within the society. As we all know, the path to leadership for women has not been an easy one. Women have had to overcome tremendous obstacles and discriminations to reach the position of power that you all hold today. But despite these challenges, women have continued to rise and break the barriers. You all have shattered glass ceilings and blazed new trails, proving time and time again that women are not just capable but exceptional leaders. Over the year, various studies have stressed the importance of empowering women in business and politics, beginning with providing the opportunities to women in different sectors to leading the roles in business and politics, and you all have come a long way. In Asia, women hold 11% of ministerial posts. That's very nice figure, I can say that. Led by Indonesia, I think thanks Benaria is here from Indonesia, whose government is comprised of 25.7% women. In India's context, as per UN study, 44% members of local deliberative bodies are women, and 15% parliamentarians are women. Presently led by elected female President Mr. Draupadi Murmu. So let us come together today to celebrate the achievements, share experience, and inspire each other to continue to promote women participation in leadership roles in business and politics. Let us continue to push for greater representation and inclusion, not just for the women, but for the future generation of women as well. And let us never forget the power of collective voices and the impact women can make when they work together. This workshop today aims to accelerate and promote women participation in leadership roles in business and politics, along with providing a platform to collaborate and exchange their journey. With women from different sectors, workshop will enable women from local, national and international organizations and government bodies to collectively discuss, exchange, access the resources to accelerate the participation of women in leading role. Once again, I would like to welcome all of you for this Women Leadership Workshop and the 6th Asian Cities Summit. And I must say that the entire programs, when we were designing this Women Leadership programs, and one name I always never forget to tell you that is Vijay Ratkar Madam. She is always behind me, and ever have a problem related to anything, I always call her anytime and she always ready to help us. And thank you, ma'am, for always being with us. And I think that is the, why I always say that the partnership, and I always say the teamwork helps actually. And I consider all of you as a part of the ALAG extended family. So once again, thanks all of you for joining this event, and looking forward to have a very good deliverables and discussions and debate. Once again, welcome all of you for this third Women Leadership Program. Thank you very much.
Thank you to our DDG for the welcome address. Ladies and gentlemen, for the theme address, now I would like to call upon Mr. Ashok Kumar Byanji, who is Mayor of Dhulikhel Municipality, President, UCLGS PAC. Mr. Ashok Byanji is the Mayor of Dhulikhel Municipality and Chairperson of the Municipal Association of Nepal. He also leads the Kaveri Valley Water Supply Management Board as the Chairperson. He has been actively promoting Dhulikhel's water management experiences in a number of international forums. His journey of water management in Dhulikhel started in his early 20s, an executive member of Dhulikhel Drinking Water Users Committee. Since then, he has been continuously engaged on urban water management and governance related issues. Let's put our hands together and have Mr. Ashok Kumar Byanji.
Your Excellencies, Mr. Raj Kishore Modi, Vice President of AIILSG, Dr. Barnadia Hera Tejeswari, Secretary General of UCLG SPAC, Mr. Hansa Patel, Executive Advisor AIILSG, and all of dignitaries and participation of this event. Good morning and namaste. Congratulations to All India Institute of Local Self-Government, active member of UCLG SPAC, for organizing the 6th Asian Cities Summit 2023 and the Mayor Forum in New Delhi. This Women Leadership Workshop is a part of the Asian Cities Summit, and I appreciated the joint effort of the AIILSG and the UCLG SPAC for organizing the workshop for women leaders in local government and other sectors for the learning, the sharing of experience. Women constitute half of the world population. Women are important pillar for society and have the potential to contribute and play a significant role in society for the development and advancement. I believe that when women are empowered and given the leadership role, they may contribute significantly to their communities and the world, and future generation will look up them as leaders and role models. According to the researchers, when women are allied or full engaged in the decision-making process and the economy flourish and the communities and the nations benefit. It is responsibility of all of us to encourage women to take on the leadership role and participation in decision-making processing and support the peoples and the legislation and behind women and right and promote the gender equality. We all are aware that gender equality is necessary foundation for a peaceful, prosperous and sustainable world. It is time to stand with women to empower them and providing opportunity of leading role in the society, social, professional and the political system. Here I stress that the government should also create and enable environment, thought, policies and initiative to support women leaders for their full participation of the different level of government. Let us all work together to empower women and make our society more equitable and just for everyone. This may be accomplished republic awareness initiative and promote of the good role models. I wish you all to have provide workshop for your learning and experience sharing on women full participation, equal involvement in discuss making and leadership at all level in proper democracy. Now I want to share some my experience for this event. I want to speak हिंदी also. मैं आप सब लोगों का शुक्रगुजार हूं कि इस कार्यक्रम में मुझे पार्टिसिपेट होने का जो अवसर मिला। मैं ऑल इंडिया इंस्टीट्यूट पर आभार प्रकट करना चाहता हूं। कुछ बातें मैं आप लोगों से शेयर करना चाहता हूं मेरी नगर की तरफ से और मैं नेपाल की तरफ से और एस्पा की तरफ से। मैंने इस 2 बार इस मेरे नगर में मेयर की पद में निर्वाचित हुए और इससे पहले मैं 24 वर्ष की उम्र में मैं डिप्टी मेयर में इलेक्टेड हुए। भारी यौन समय में मैंने अपनी काम समुदाय के विकास के लिए करना शुरू किया, लेकिन मुझे ये लग रहा था कि महिलाओं का समुन्नति कैसे किया जा सके। हमारी नेपाल में भी महिलाओं बहुत पीछे है, सोशली, इकोनॉमिकली, कल्चरली भी पीछे है। लेकिन मैंने मेरे म्यूनिसिपैलिटी में महिला काउंसिल का संगठन बनाया, वो वार्ड लेवल में और म्यूनिसिपैलिटी लेवल में। युवाओं का भी काउंसिल बनाया, जो अपांगता है उन लोगों का भी बनाया, जो इंजीनियर से उनका भी बनाया। सब तरह की काउंसिल बनाने के बाद उस वक्त मेरे म्यूनिसिपैलिटी में 13% जनता गरीबी की नीचे थी। जब मैंने वुमेन की एम्पावरमेंट की कार्यक्रम आगे बढ़ाया, मेयर गरीबी निवारण कोष बना के उसमें सशक्तिकरण का काम आगे बढ़ाया, शिल्प विकास के काम आगे बढ़ाया और उसके बाद एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के काम आगे बढ़ाया, जिसके कारण 6 वर्ष में 8% गरीबी की रेखा को नीचे रख के हमने नेपाल में सबसे पहले एसडीजी गोल का जो लक्ष्य है सन 2030 तक पाने की जो लक्ष्य है उनको मैंने सन 2030 में भी अचीवमेंट किया और उसको प्रमाणित किया यूनाइटेड सिटीज लोकल गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से और इक्ली इंटरनेशनल की तरफ से प्रतिवेदन पर मैंने संयुक्त राष्ट्र संघ को यह बताया कि यदि वुमेन को एम्पावरमेंट और उनकी समृद्धि की आधार निर्माण किया जा सके तो हमारी सांस्कृतिक रूप में जो महिलाओं का पीछा रखा है उसको तोड़ना चाहिए और उसको एम्पावर जागरण की वातावरण बनाना चाहिए और वो जागरण केवल कम्युनिटी के लिए बनाने के तहत कानून में भी परिवर्तन करना चाहिए। जैसे नेपाल में अभी भी डिप्टी मेयर और मेयर दोनों में से एक महिला होने का कानून बनाया हुआ है। वार्ड लेवल में 2 महिला अनिवार्य, दलित और महिला अनिवार्य उम्मीदवार बनाने की कानून बनाया हुआ है। राष्ट्रपति और वहां के सभामुख भी महिला बन चुकी है। इस तरह से बहुत से आगे पार्लियामेंट में 33% महिला अनिवार्य पार्लियामेंट मेंबर बनने की कानून बनाई हुई है। इस तरह से महिलाओं को राजनीतिक सहभागिता के तहत कानून की परिवर्तन और सामाजिक संरचना में परिवर्तन लाके हम समाज में समृद्धि ला सकते हैं। इस तरह से हमने बहुत आगे जाने के लिए समाज की सबसे बढ़िया हिस्सा जो महिलाएं हैं वो महिला को आर्थिक रूप में, सामाजिक रूप में, राजनीतिक रूप में और उनकी शिक्षा में हमारे कानून जो बनाने की जो आवश्यकता है उन पर अगर आप काम नहीं करेंगे तो हम कुछ भी उपलब्धि ले नहीं सकेंगे। देखिए आप साउथ एशिया की तरफ से इंडिया में इंदिरा गांधी प्रधानमंत्री बन चुके, अभी राष्ट्रपति इंडिया में महिला है, नेपाल में राष्ट्रपति बन चुके महिला, आप पाकिस्तान में देखिए बेनजीर भुट्टो प्रधानमंत्री बन चुके, बांग्लादेश में देखिए, पाकिस्तान श्रीलंका में देखिए मां बेटी राष्ट्रपति प्रधानमंत्री बन चुके। आदमी पद में पहुंचने से आदमी का समृद्धि नहीं होता, वर्ग का समृद्धि नहीं होता है। समृद्धि तब होता है जब उन लोगों के लिए नीति कानून बना दे और कार्यक्रम और बजट लाने के बाद समृद्धि प्राप्त होता है। इसलिए यह सम्मेलन बहुत महत्वपूर्ण मैं इसलिए ठहरता हूं कि अब जाके साउथ एशिया में महिलाओं आर्थिक रूप में भी समृद्ध हो, सांस्कृतिक रूप में समृद्ध हो और उनकी जीवन की सुख की दिन से साउथ एशिया की सुख की आधार निर्माण करे। मैं फिर से AILSG को आभार प्रकट करता हूं कि महिलाओं को जागर का यह प्रारंभ जो किया है, ये प्रारंभ अब आगे जाके हमारी एशिया भी, हमारे साउथ एशिया भी महिलाओं का सबसे आगे का हिस्सा बनाने के लिए एक मजबूत कड़ी बने। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much, sir, for your empowering speech. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to proceed further, for the special address, I would like to call Dr. Banadia Aerocity Devi, Secretary General, United Cities and Local Governments, Asia Pacific, UCLG SPAC. Well, Dr. Banadia is the first women Secretary General of UCLG's region section. She has been working in urban development related fields for more than 15 years, beginning her career at Japan International Cooperation Agency and afterward CityNet in Yokohama. Dr. Banadia is also visiting professor at several universities in Japan and has written various papers. In 2015, she was appointed as a member of advisory group on gender issues, AGGI, of Unha Habitat. Dr. Banadia received her PhD in urban engineering from the University of Tokyo and 2 master's degrees at atmospheric physics and Nagoya University, Japan, and in public policy from National University of Singapore. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to request all of you to please put your hands together as we welcome Dr. Banadia for her speech. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, MC, for a very nice introduction.
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
think I need to revise a little bit my CV because last teaching I had in Japan was just last year, so not this year, but maybe another chance again. Anyway, dignitaries on the dais, Miss Hansa Patel, whom I know for more than 20 years, but she always looks beautiful as today. And also like to greet Mr. Modi, Vice President of ALHG, and my dear friend, Deputy Director General Ravi Guru. We have been working very closely, maybe around 9 years, because you joined LAG in before, maybe just a few months after I became the Secretary General of UCLG ASPAC. And I have seen, over the past years, ALG has growing very fast, and you have more programs and projects these days. So, co-regulation, of course, Rafi and the team for good works that you have over the years. I also like to greet, of course, Madam Vijaya Rahatkar. We met in Goa 2020, and Rafi already introduced her as a former chairperson of Maharashtra Women Committee and also National Secretary of BJP Party and former mayor of Aurangabad Municipal Corporation. Good to see you again, Ma'am. I also like to greet my president. You know, when he speaks in Nepali, I can see that he's real politicians. Because I think he has said a lot about the works that he, as a mayor of Dulikal, has done in his municipality, and how this. Although I don't understand this Hindi, but I could see that he was saying about the SDGs and also voluntary local review that Dulikal has adopted. For regulation, Mayor Asok for completion also this PLR as well as good works that he as a leader of Dulikal has had. And Mayor Asok has been the president since 2019 of UCLG ASPAC, and I've been working very closely with him, of course. I also like to Also greet Mr. Suresh. I think first time we met. And I also like to greet all the mayors here, ladies mayors. Also, I have seen Mayor Colombo, also Mayor Bangladesh, Mayor Nipawari, and Lady Mayors from Nepal, and of course our ambassador, ex-mayor of Iriga, for being here, and all the ladies, all these dear participants. We also have UCLG members from South Africa. Welcome. I think long way for you to come here, and we have also colleagues from CityNet and from ICLE, CLGF, and many other organizations. So very, very good morning. Namaste, namaskars. Very pleased. It's really an honor for me to speak here today in this Women Leadership Workshop. I still recall when we met in Goa 2020. At that time, we heard about this pandemic COVID-19. I think at that time I was trying to find mask, buying in Goa, and also some liquids, for disinfectants. And it was so hot, and I was told that the price was almost 3,000 rupees just for one piece. And at that time, we didn't expect that this COVID, would have hit hardly everyone. And we went back safely, and 2 years, a lot of stories had happened. Many of us maybe lost our beloved relatives, families, friends. But today we feel blessed. We feel blessed because we managed to pass these difficulties because we were together. I remember former mayor of Ahmedabad, Ms. Rina, was telling how she worked hard with the community to support other committees. We know how mayors have been in front liner for fighting these COVIDs. And in terms of women's and girls' situations, we were not that fortunate enough. The domestic violence has increased almost 100% in some areas. In some areas even had a domestic violence of 300% increase. And we have also heard of forced marriage among the girls and young women. That's the situation that we faced during COVID, during pandemic, that we heard a lot of that stories. And this is why I feel like the gathering here is, of course, to remembering the people who have missed today. And one of them, I think you know well, Peter Wood, Ambassador Peter Wood. He died last year because of this battle that he had. But the people we lose and we lost, we should use this occasion also to make us work harder, that the women gender equality is not yet achieved. So I really again applaud All Indian Institute of Local Self-Governments, ALIG, together with UCLG, ASPAC, for organizing this wonderful workshop. And I see here so many strong women with us. But we cannot forget also like-minded men who are determined and believe on women empowerment. Gender equality cannot be achieved if men do not understand what does it means. So at UCLG ASPAC, we, under the manifesto 2021 to 2025, one of the goals was to increase women leadership representatives. I know how hard for women to take up the positions as city leaders and also mayors and governors. There are a lot of stories that later you can hear from our women mayors here. But in terms of numbers, if we could make the number of women political representatives in our constitutions, just like what Nepal has, then we can be assured that we can have certain numbers of women leaderships percentage in the country. There is a quota system, but if you are politicians, you know that sometimes the women candidates are put on the bottom list of all the other leaders. And you are here, and I think you have a lot of story to tell us what the challenges that women face before taking the positions and even during the positions. So this is important. I'm so pleased that we will have more interaction today during this workshop. So let's continue working together. The journey we are making still far, but we have done some things. Some things in our positions, whatever positions we are handling. In UCLG ASPAC, we managed to increase the number of women leaders, representatives in our council and also boards memberships. We also conducted a training program on gender participatory planning and response and participatory budgeting. And we are going to work with Africa, UCLG Africa, in having much stronger women networks, women leadership networks in Asia Pacific. I don't know, later I think our colleagues from South Africa can also share with us about Revela, the group in Africa, who is also quite strong. And this is something we will do together with Revela in Africa for making much stronger networks of women leaderships. So I wish all of you will be in good health and will be enjoying this good workshop. And last, let me thank ALIG for wonderful arrangements and also for organizing this wonderful program. Tomorrow there will be around 500 people gathered for the opening. And also to all of you, all the participants here. In Chinese we say this phrase, if we want to go fast, we go alone. But if you want to go far, we go together. So thank you, Dhanebat. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Banadia, for your empowering speech. All right, ladies and gentlemen, to move forward in the day, I would like to call upon Ms. Vijaya Rahatkar ma'am, who is former Mayor Aurangabad Municipal Corporation. Ms. Vijaya Rahatkar, currently National Secretary, BJP, is in charge of Rajasthan. She is former National President of BJP Mahila Morcha, Women Wing of BJP, and former Chairperson of the Maharashtra State Commission for Women. She is one of the leading politicians in Bharatiya Janata Party. Through these decades, she has held key leadership posts in BJP as well as in electoral politics. She was elected member of the Aurangabad Municipal Corporation from the year 2000 to 2010 and was also elected as the Mayor of Aurangabad from 2007 to 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together as we welcome Mr. Vijaya Rahatkar ma'am for her speech. Over to you, ma'am.
अनेक अनेक कोने से आए हुए इन सभी देशों के मेयर का और हमारे देश के सभी मेयर्स का मैं बहुत बहुत स्वागत करती हूँ. First of all, congratulations to the AIILSG and UCLG ASPSC for organizing this third Women Leadership Workshop that will bring together some of the brightest minds in Asia to discuss and tackle the barriers that still hold women back from achieving their full potential. I sincerely hope this platform will provide these women with much needed guidance, mentorship, and networking opportunities. A great son of India, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, widely known as architect of India's constitution, is one of the first feminist leaders and women's rights advocates. I measure the progress of nation by the degree of progress which women have achieved, Ambedkar had aptly said. The reflection of how we are taking the India forward with the help of half of the country's population and how we are promoting and potential of women power is visible everywhere. The world may be saying ladies first, but India has been from time immemorial taking the names of its goddesses before that its gods like Gauri Shankar, Sitaram and Radha Krishna. World is increasingly witnessing how Indian women are taking on new roles, whether it was flying Rafale fighter aircraft or the recent election of 2 women MLAs to the Nagaland Assembly a first. The enrollment of girls in science, technology, engineering and maths had reached 43% more than the enrollment rates in US and UK. Strength of our Nari Shakti was visibly shown during Corona crisis. The way our women served the countrymen during the Corona period is unprecedented. Their huge contribution in making masks, PPE kits, sanitizers, delivering food to the needy and spreading awareness is incomparable. India's one of the biggest movement of women empowerment is called as SHG. Self-help groups under Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana are heralding the new revolution in rural India today. Staggering 8 crore women are associated with about 75 lakh self-help groups across the country. This SHG becomes national help groups. During the last 8-9 years, SHGs have increased more than 3 times, and participation of sisters has also increased by 3 times. This is important because for many years, the financial empowerment of the sisters was not ensured as much as it should have been in real. We tried to awaken the consciousness of the society through the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao campaign, so that daughters are not killed in the womb and they are born. Today, the result is that overall sex ratio is 1020 women per 1000 men, and this is a very good thing. Maternity leave has been extended to 6 months so that the mother can contribute their work without worrying about the initial care of their child after delivery. I would like to draw the attention of this gathering towards one fact as well. For decades and centuries, such a system was prevalent that only men had the rightful claims to every house and property. Whether it is house, farm, job or shop, only men were the rightful claimants. Today, our government schemes are removing this inequality. The Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is the biggest example of this. The houses which are being handed over under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana are in the name of women on priority basis. If I talk about the whole India, more than 3.5 crore houses have been built under the PM Awas Yojana. Out of this, about more than 3 crore houses have been registered in the name of women. You can imagine that the 3 crore women have got their homes in for the first time. The households which had no property in the name of any woman for generations have for the first time house in the name of women. This is what true women empowerment and development is. Women are being made equal partners in the schemes for the employment and increasing the income of the family. Our government is to rule the enable women to work in night shifts as well. Our government removed whatever restrictions were there for women working in mines. Our government has opened the doors for Sainik schools across the country for girls. Our government has established about 700 fast-track courts across the country for speedy trial of heinous crimes like rape. India made a law against triple talaq to save Muslim sisters from atrocities and abuse in marriages. We took firm stance by making anti-rape laws more than stringent by the Levelling and Criminal Law Amendment Act 2018 in response to barbaric incidents of rape against the girl child. Government also enacted historic law to strike a deadly blow on human trafficking from the point of view of preservation, rescue and rehabilitation. I am giving few figures to underline a huge exercise being taken to promote women empowerment. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, over 50 crore bank account. About 55% of these accounts belong to our women. Thousands of crores of rupees are deposited in these accounts. This is a great thing for us. Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, over 11 crore LPG connections provided to women from below poverty line families to make them free from life-threatening smokes and ensure clean fuels. Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, over 50 crores loans disbursed to small business owners and entrepreneurs. 65% beneficiaries are women. Around 18 lakh registered MSMEs owned by women entrepreneurs. By 2021, there were plus 41,000 startups. Out of this, around 45% startup was led by women. Under the Skill India mission, around 75 lakh women given various skill trainings and over 3.5 crore household provided with electricity connections in the Saubhagya Yojana. 3 crores accounts open for Sukanya Samruddhi saving schemes for girl childs and 10 crore toilets built and made most part of the country as open defecation free ODF and 12 crores clean tap water connections. These are the examples of New India. Still, to realize full potential of women, I would like to put my top 10 suggestions. Enacting Women Reservation Bill, which proposes to provide 33% reservation to women in Parliament, legislative assemblies and legislative councils. Number 2, actively promote the legal and economic rights of women, which must be equal to those of men. Enforce the principle of equal wages for equal work, both in organized as well as unorganized sector. Promote self-independence in economic sphere of life. Stringent laws and its effective implementation to curb women atrocities. And the 5th is mention of the mother's name shall be made mandatory on all official documents starting from a child's birth certificate to a person's death certificate. Formulate a uniform civil code based on the progressive practices to ensure dignity and right of women. Put an end to polygamy, halala. For girls, legal age of marriage should be 21 years. Safe cyber environment. Recognize rights for women farmers. We know India can move forward only by raising the levels of respect for women and the sense of equality. That's why we are determined to remove every obstacle coming in the way of all women. Women empowerment is crucial to India's growth. Days of seeing women as homemakers have gone. We have to see women as nation builders. Rapid development of women, their empowerment is important for the rapid development of 21st century India. Today, India is making plans, taking decisions, keeping in mind the needs, aspirations of women. It is not only enhanced the dignity of women, but the confidence of the daughters and sisters has also increased. We can see this confidence from the sports to space, from missiles to mines, from education to entrepreneurship, from trade to technology, from defense to development. India opened all doors for women to join the career of their liking. Women empowerment to women-led women empowerment to women-led development is our direction. This is our mantra. These are good signs for self-reliant India, India of 21st century. About the Nari Shakti, our PM Shri Narendra Modi ji always says, she is power. She is so strong. She is so strong. She is the woman of India. She is no less. She is not more, but she have an equal share. अर्थात वो शक्ति है, वो सशक्त है, वो भारत की नारी है. वो शक्ति है, वो सशक्त है, वो भारत की नारी है. ना कम में, ना ज्यादा में, ना कम में, ना ज्यादा में, वो सब में बराबरी की अधिकारी है. वो सब में बराबरी की अधिकारी है. मुझे विश्वास है कि आज AILSG ने जो प्रयास किए हैं कि आज पूरे एशिया से यहाँ पे जो मेयर यहाँ पे आए हैं और उन्होंने इस विश्व के कल्याण के लिए आपके पास जो अधिकार दिए हैं मेयर बनाने के बाद, उस अधिकारों का अच्छा उपयोग करने के लिए हम क्या प्रयास कर सकते हैं जिसके माध्यम से हम अपने सिटी का विकास काफ़ी अच्छे तरीके से कर सकते हैं. इन सब विषयों पर बात करने के लिए आज हम 3 दिन के लिए यहाँ पर एकत्रित आए हैं. मुझे विश्वास है कि यहाँ पे जो चर्चा होगी, जो हम यहाँ पे बातें करेंगे, ये सभी बातें आपके अपने अपने क्षेत्र में विकास करने के लिए ये बातें बहुत उपयुक्त होगी. मुझे आज ये देखते हुए बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है कि हमारी सूरत मेयर यहाँ पे बैठी है, भावनगर की मेयर है और भी अनेक मेयर जिनको मैं पहचानती हूँ, उनको मैं देखती हूँ. मुझे विश्वास है कि आपके माध्यम से आज जो यहाँ पे चर्चा होगी वो चर्चा आप ज़रूर सार्थक चर्चा बनाओगे अपने अपने शहरों में जाकर काम करते हुए. इन सभी कामों के लिए मैं आपको सभी को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देती हूँ. ऑल इंडिया इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ लोकल सेल्फ गवर्नमेंट का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देती हूँ कि उन्होंने इतने अच्छे तरीके से इस प्लेटफॉर्म को एकत्रित किया है और महिलाओं के विषयों पर अनेक चर्चा भी करी है. और मुझे विश्वास है कि भारत इसके पहले भी विश्वगुरु था, आज भी उस दिशा में जा रहा है. आप जब भारत में आए हैं तो यहाँ से बहुत कुछ आपको मिलेगा. इस फिर से आतिथ्यशील भारत में मैं आप सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत करती हूँ और अपने वाणी को विराम देती हूँ. थैंक यू ऑल. जय हिंद.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such an enlightening and inspiring speech. And now I would like to request our DDG, Mr. Ravi Ranjan Guru, to please come forward for the vote of thanks.
After listening so many leaders across the globe, and it's really tough to say any word here, but yeah, it's our duty and responsibilities to recognize and appreciate all the partners, all the dignitaries who are here. You all are taking out time from your busy schedule. Obviously, first of all, I'd like to thank Vijay Rahatkar madam for taking time. I know how she is busy and what kind of responsibilities she has, but thank you, ma'am, for taking out time for this 3 days programs. And I say always that she is behind us, and she always we treat her as a part of the ALSG team. So thank you, ma'am, for being always supportive and be here. I would like to thank UCLG President Mr. Ashok Kumar Banju for joining us here. Thank you, sir, for being here. Dr. Banadia, thank you, Secretary General UCLG aspect for joining us and always supporting this entire 3 days program wherever we organize. Thank you, Banadia. I would also like to thank our Vice President, Raj Kishore Modi sir, who is always you know that the ALSG has the governing council, and we have the leaders across the India, and he is a very strong leader, and thank you, sir, for always supporting us. Then we also have the another governing council member, Suresh sir is here. Thank you, sir. And of course, Hansa madam, always we both are team, I always say that. So I think when we started, like I say that in 2013, so I think we both only the one who actually started the whole idea of this Asian City Summit. So thank them. Yes, so thank you, ma'am, for yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Always be there. I would also like to thank any time PT Usha ji will be joining. So I would really thanks to her as well for joining us this event. And Supriya Sule ji, who is a member of Parliament, she'll be also joining at any time, any point of time. Obviously, you can see that the house is full, and really we planned not more than 60. We were not expecting more than 60-80. Yeah, but you can see that the kind of support we are getting from all of you. We really overwhelmed for this, and thanks for all of you for joining. But and sorry also if you have any inconvenience. So as organizer, we really sorry for that. But yes, I want to appreciate, and obviously cannot be complete my vote of thanks without taking their name. So like organization like CityNet, thanks Polly and the CityNet who are here. FSLGA, Hemanti, always kind to us. CLGF, Noya, MAB, I can see that Diwan Kamal Ahmed ji is here. Thank you, sir, for joining us. MAB is from Bangladesh, and they are also Association of Bangladesh. Muan, we cannot forget Muan from Nepal. Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, because this entire 3 days program is supported by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. National Institute of Urban Affairs, thanks to NIUA. European Union, a lot of people you will see tomorrow, because I'd say that this is I'd say that we have a movie where we have a trailer and then the movie comes later. So this is a more trailer, I'll say that. So European Union, UN Habitat, UNESCAP, you can listen. Omar is here. If he is here, then thanks Omar for joining UNESCAP. Salga, thanks to South African team. Very happy to receive you guys, and thanks all the way. I know I traveled many times and it's really long flight, and thanks to being here. Salga, C40, Terry, GCOM, Global Covenant of Mayors. Thank you. Naretko, ma'am is here. Thanks, ma'am, for being here. And just to tell you that he was the executive director of DLF, if I'm not wrong. And DLF is one of the very big organization in terms of steel sector. She is here. Thank you, ma'am, for being here. And I know Naretko has been supporting us since long time, and she was a part of the Goa as well. Thank you, ma'am. And thanks to Preeti also. If I forget that there is a list, I cannot read all the name, but there is all the partners who are supporting us. Thanks to that. I would obviously thanks to all the mayors like Surat Mayor, BC Kozhikode Mayor, Bhubaneswar Mayor, Ambala Mayor, I cannot take all the name, but all the mayors from the Indian cities. Thanks for joining us, ma'am. This program is your only, so thanks for joining us. Also, our international delegation from Nepal. I think we have received very big delegation from Nepal. Thanks to the Muan and the Nepali cities. MAB also, Bangladesh, we have a lot of mayors are here, and welcome and thanks to them also. Also some of the delegates from Philippines, thanks, Stephanie is here, Iriga Ambassador is here. And also I'd like to thank Sunana ji, who's sitting here, but I think she's been very kind enough to support this entire program. Thank you, Sunana ji, for joining us and supporting this program. So once again, thanks to all the leaders from India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Maldives, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, Korea, South Africa, Europe, USA also we are getting, and all the speakers, because now after that we have a technical session, so all speakers will be sharing their experience with all of us. Thanks once again for joining us. Colombo Mayor, I can see, thank you ma'am for joining us. Once again, all partners and all senior management of AILSG for supporting us, and obviously I cannot forget the Ranjit Chauhan sir's name, because the main person behind everything is he. Though he is not here, but thanks to him and always regards to him. And of course, I know that a lot of efforts goes to organize these kind of events, and almost 6 months, 8 months minimum it takes to organize such big events. So I cannot tell that without team you cannot organize this. So all the team members, including Sneha Pallidkar ma'am, Harish, Abhishek, Aditi, I cannot take all the name of all team members, but AILSG team, all teams who have been working day and night, almost like 10 days, at least I know that. They are not sleeping even on time. I saw that yesterday. I was at 2 p.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, and they were here to organizing this. So thanks to all, and of course, our MC, where is he? Okay. Yeah, thanks. I always very concerned about MC. So I know that the entire 3 days program, she is the one who managed a lot of things. So even something going wrong, the MC is smart, then she can manage very well. So thanks, going very well, and thanks you all the art partners, Mukesh ji and Manoj ji and everything. And wherever I forget anybody's name, please forgive me. Yes, I can see last NTNU. So thank you, Rolly, Gilbert, and all the team from the NTNU and all the partners. Once again, thanks all of you for joining these programs. It's really pleasure to welcome all of you. Please be comfortable. It's your programs. Interact with the speakers. Really, we have a very nice speakers who will be going to share your experience, their experience, how they have, as a leaders, how they have done certain exceptionally well. And I'm sure that if it's not speaker, then during the break time you can have an interaction. And I would suggest that before leaving this conference, at least you collect 50 business card. So that is what I can say, that it's a networking. Please do that. And thank you once again for joining us. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Aditi for conveying his vote of thanks. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as the world is celebrating International Millet Year, it's milititious, and also hosting G20 presidency, we at AIILSG is supporting this initiative, and we are felicitating millet hampers prepared by Women Self-Help under the Girl Power Group SHG project. So I would like to once again request our dignitaries for the felicitation. So can I request Mr. Raj Kishore Modi to felicitate Vijaya ma'am? एक बार फिर से ladies and gentlemen, जोर से तालियों के साथ, let's put our hands together. Ladies and gentlemen, the millet hamper and also painting by the Dogra art. Mr. Devarshi Pandya to felicitate Dr. Barnadia. Let's give it up, everybody. Our DDG, Mr. Ravi, to felicitate Mr. Raj Kishore Modi. our Vice President. With the usual applause, of course. And Mr. Ashok Wankhede, Managing Editor, Urban Update, to felicitate Mr. Ashok Kumar Byanju. Also, Hansa Patel, ma'am. Let's put our hands together, everybody. I'll request our DDG to felicitate Mr. Suresh with the usual applause, everybody. And now last but not least, Mr. Paschim Tiwari to felicitate our DDG, Mr. Ravi Ranjan Guru. On behalf of everybody, well, I am just conveying his message. On behalf of everybody, conveying a big thanks to our DDG. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now it's the time for the group picture before we break for tea. Thank you.